It's the Daily Doug.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Doug. Thanks for being with me today as we finish out another week on the channel. It's a Friday, which means it is a Masterpiece Friday, and today I am returning to music by Dream Theater, and this will be, I think, the last big epic composition from the band that currently exists that I have not yet reviewed. And the song is called In the Presence of Enemies. And I'm happy that you are joining me. This has been on our master list and due for a reaction for quite some time. And I'm happy to get to it finally. So this comes from Systematic Chaos, which was the 9th studio album from Dream Theater, released in June of 2007. The last time that we were together listening to this band was at the end of July when we heard them performing their epic, Octavarium, live at Radio City Music Hall to conclude their 20th anniversary tour and record their live album called Score with an orchestra. And I still haven't heard all of that, but I am looking forward to getting to that at some point. It was awesome to hear Octavarium in that setting. That concert was recorded on April 1st of 2006. After that, because that was the conclusion of their big, long tour. That was the end of it. They went all the way into the spring. So after that, they took the summer off for the first time from touring in about a decade. And they came back in September of that year in New York to start recording this new album. And In the Presence of Enemies was the first piece that they created and recorded for this new album. So with this 25-minute long track, y'all, they decided to give it the good old shine on you crazy diamond treatment. You know how that goes, right? You split it up and you put the first half of it at the beginning of the album and the conclusion of it to close out the album, just like Pink Floyd did back in the day. So part one, the part that opens the album, includes the Prelude, which is an instrumental, and Resurrection. And then it closes part two with Heretic, the Slaughter of the Damned, the Reckoning, and the Salvation. And the part two is a longer section than part one is. So John Petrucci wrote the lyrics here, and the story is inspired by a Korean manhwa named Priest, and it's a horror comic book that tells the story of fallen angels. And in their world travels, because Dream Theater's been around the world several times, right? John happened upon this one, and it sparked an idea for him for some lyrics that were uncharacteristic for him to write. It was quite a dark subject matter. He says that the main metaphor for the story is someone who loses himself while struggling with his inner darkness, which is symbolized in this story by the dark master, and then how he fights through his inner demons. And that's the story of this particular song. The only other song that I have heard from this album is Repentance, which is the fourth part of their 12-step suite, which is told over multiple albums. The rest of this album is completely new to me, so I'm happy to get to the biggie from this one, y'all. We've got James Labrie on lead vocals, John Petrucci on guitars and backing vocals, Jordan Rudess is on the keyboards, John Myung is on the bass, and Mike Portnoy is on the drums and percussion. It's a long song. Get ready to go, y'all. I need to get a cocktail. It's a Friday, so I have my special Lafroig bottle, y'all. It's the Chartius, and this all comes from Warehouse 1. This is the famous warehouse right along the coast, and this special blend, all comes from that particular warehouse. And this bottle has been well used by us. We both love this, and it's just full of flavor. So enjoy, my friends. Happy Friday. Happy cocktail moment. Cheers. It's so smoky and so peaty and grassy, and it just warms the soul. Gets me ready, y'all. So I think it is time for In the Presence of enemies. This is going to be the studio recording from Dream Theater. All right, y'all, it's a long one, and they're all going to be together, okay? We're going to go through in one long, continuous take. So, I'm ready if you are. You ready? Okay, let's do it. Off we go. Announcing their presence with authority. That's a big D minor, I think. Re major. Woo! That's the 5 over the A. How are you doing that? Oh, that's a meter with a 16 under it or something. It's really tricky. Listen to how well they play together, though. Let's do sol, lay, te, do, D minor. What? Mike's feet are getting into it. That is crunchy. Take my money, y'all. Wow. They're still in D. To the 5. I don't know if this is still the Prelude or if with that big arrival they're moving on to introducing Resurrection. I'm not sure yet. Resurrection's when the first lyrics come in. That was slick. They moved to A minor. So that's now the 5 of an A. Right, back to A minor. Down to G. That's That's going to get us back into D minor. That B flat got us back into D minor. It's amazing, y'all. The F to B flat in the bass. To an E. Fun tritone move that sets a dominant to A. To D. Is that the 4 chord or the 1 chord? Depends on where they go from here. Unbelievable. So I think that makes sense to be the movement into Resurrection. flat 6, B flat, down to 4.
I saw white light
6, 7,
shining there
3, 4,
before
5,
me.
6.
Walking to it, I waited for the end. A final
Down to flat
vision,
6.
promising salvation.
So it's a 7 plus 6, 13 groove.
For a fallen man. Do you still wait for your God? And the symbol of your faith. I can't free you from this hell and misery.
So the perspective changes. I can free you from this hell and misery. You should never be ashamed, my son. So this is the Dark Master, I think.
I
I can give you power beyond anything. Trust me, you will be the chosen one. Everybody loves some flattery. I'm the chosen one? Cool, sign me up.
I was forgotten, a body scorned and broken, my soul rejected, tainted by his blood. Down redemption, a sinner not worth saving, forever taken from the one I loved. Do I still wait for my God?
So when they move from the verse into this, they move into straight 6. 5, 6.
I can lead you down the path and back to life.
Right up the scale.
All I ask is that you worship me.
Back down the scale chromatically to bass. That's cool.
I can
That's
help you
5,
see
6,
and save
7 to 1. Right. Right down to 7. Raise 6. Flat 6.
servants of the fallen. Fight to make the way for them Savior's calling on this wicked day.
That's an E major chord, y'all, in the middle of D minor. It's a really chromatic chord. Have a major 2 chord. It's normally diminished in that key. Redemption. Some leading tone. Listen. I hear 2. Like 2 different guitar parts. They arrived somewhere new, and I have no idea where that is. Because I was just really into that solo. I think that breaks. So that's where the original album breaks and goes off in a different direction. Then we're going to catch back up with it as it comes back in at the end of the album. And part 3 is, I think it was there. Heretic. That's cool. Chromatic 3rd. Boy, the voicing here is spectacular. Another chromatic 3rd. They love those moves. In fact, I believe they're in D minor. Cool.
We have
Lay fa.
been waiting,
using the tritone of the key melodically. They come back to minor, but the minor 1, but he's not singing in that chord. That's why it sounds dissonant.
Angels fall, all for you, heretic.
Similar to what we heard in the previous opening.
Bleed for us.
That's the 5. Angels all fall for you, heretic. Demon heart, bleed for us. Sophie
I've been waiting for you, weary preacher man.
They get me in a groove and then I'm off the beat already, so they're in an odd meter again.
Now we can begin. Let this holiday.
This is so nuanced, by the way. I love this.
I have known you, Father, and your sacred quest. Blessed soldier fighting, you shall never rest. I have known you, but do you know me?
There's a flat 6.
Angels fall, all for you.
Nice, James. Heretic. Angels fall all for you, heretic.
Demon horse, bleed for
It's a high A.
My soul is yours, Dark Master.
Dark Master within, I will fight for you.
That's cool. Soul say. Same thing they were doing before, but now that it's not open, it's being driven home with a different arrangement and sound on that lead sound.
Dark Master inside.
I cannot see his face, but I could feel his spite. A presence from the dead, abandoned by the light. His shadow will consume him from within. This power that I sense.
There's a fast triplet in that asymmetrical meter that they're including and adding on a subdivision of 3, but I can't figure it out yet.
It's healed inside the body and the soul for threats, for they are one. Angels fall.
Body and soul, both threats, for they are one. Angels fall all for you.
Demon heart, bleed for us.
Pull a little 5 of 5 of 5.
Dark Master within, I will fight for you. Dark Master,
It's awesome.
now my soul is yours. Dark Master, my guide, I will die for you. Dark Master,
Such a sinister
inside.
motive
Dark Master, amen.
of a step.
Belong to you, Dark Master within.
Moves into compound meter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mike is awesome on those drums too. This is the Slaughter of the Damned, section 4. Okay. So they're going out and evangelizing in the Dark Master's name? Yeah? Sounds a little bit like James Hetfield of Metallica there, James. They've been really static, though, in terms of key area. That's right.
Shall I want walk through the abyss into the shadow of death?
This is intense, friends.
Fear now, for I know you were with me. My
cup overflows with my enemy's blood. Chosen one. I decay in the house of the Lord forever. Amen. Death will follow me all the days of my life. It's a different kind of church, y'all. I judge as my eyes see, I judge as I am just, for I speak of the beast that lives in all of us. Those dark inner thoughts, the darkness within, right? He's wrestling with that. The Reckoning. Part 5. This is an instrumental. Servants of the fallen fight to pave the way for their Savior's calling on this wicked day. Through the veil of madness with the vicious blade, one man rises up standing in their way. It's time for the reckoning, y'all. The best riffs. And look at Mike going into 4 over the top of that. Happen. Who's going to win? They truly are the best at this style, don't you think? There's bands out there that can do some of this stuff as well as Dream Theater, but DT historically has just done this style of progressive metal. This is really proggy, by the way, with all of these riffs, and the length and the multiple sections. They've been a little less been a little bit less adventurous. Listen to that. In terms of their key areas, but this is proving me wrong. Take it, Jordan. This was in a bit of the overture, I think. God, listen. That's radness. I remember I loved that when it got to it in the overture. And now it comes back here and it's just as amazing. The reckoning is still going on, friends. We've still got salvation yet to come. And I'm just amazed by them. I mean, the previous album ends with Octavarium, and the next thing that they do is this. Okay, salvation. My soul grows weaker, he knows. Soul is my own now.
I do not fight for you, Dark Master.
Goes to the 4 chord. Which turns into a 1 chord. Oh, no. Sacrifice himself? That's it. My goodness. It's just as emotionally taxing of a journey musically as any symphony at its best, y'all. My question is, what happens to him? I think he dies. So the reckoning comes, and then in this last part, salvation, my soul grows weaker, he knows and he waits, he watches over me, standing at the infernal gates. In the hour of darkness, the moment I feared has passed. The moment I lost my faith, promising salvation, my soul is my own now, I do not fight for you, Dark Master. It's almost like, and then it sounds like that life concludes. Like he sacrifices his own life to no longer serve those dark impulses. I think and I hope what then happens is a rebirth and a resurgence where there is freedom from those dark impulses and the darkness within. That's what I hope. But the story is almost unfinished, right? If it was a multi-part play or a musical, that might be the end of Act 1, and it leaves you on, in my mind, a cliffhanger. Does he live? Does he not? I think the answer is he doesn't, or more specifically, he doesn't live in the same way. He can't, right? He can't live in the same way because he's broken from that, and whatever happens in the future, he won't be the same person. He won't be doing the same things. He won't be answering to the same impulses, right? Those impulses might still be there. It might still be barking, at the back of his, mind. But he's no longer going to fight for or on the side of those impulses. Fascinating piece. And I gotta tell you, I've listened to a lot of these big epic pieces from Dream Theater. They have a certain flair for putting these together, don't they? This one holds together as concisely and coherently as any of them. I think coming after this is the Count of Tuscany, which is also a wonderful one, which I've heard them do in concert. I've heard them now 3 times in concert, and I haven't heard, I don't think, any of this yet. So it's one that they don't play as often. For that matter, they haven't played Octavarium since I've seen them either. But all the times that I've seen them, it's been wonderful. It depends on how loud it is. But when the sound is good and not overbearing, it's amazing to watch them play. And to do all of those riffs and to be together. They space themselves out on stage. And they're not very close together. And so all of those really intense metrical changes, the meters that they are doing, and all of those really fast riffs and how they stay together as an ensemble, it's really an amazing feat. And it's one of the reasons why I keep coming back to them. Their songwriting is great, their riffs are great, the way that it's mixed is great, the singing is good, and I love the way Mike plays Mike playing the drums, Jordan playing the keyboards, and John on the guitar. I mean, they're superstars. They just are. It's an all superstar band. And so I'm pleased to get back to this one. I'm not sure what is up next for us for Dream Theater after this. I think it might be music from their Awake album, because the last album that we fully took a look at was Images and Words. So that may be coming up on a future broadcast, but I believe that is all for us today and this week, y'all. What a way to finish things out. In the Presence of Enemies, parts 1 and 2 from Dream Theater. I thank you very much for being with me today, this week, and in the future, because there's a lot more that's going to be coming your way. But like I said, that's all for now, and I will see y'all next time on another edition of The Daily Doug.
It's the Daily Doug. Welcome to the Daily Doug. The Daily